Welcome to the Good Point Bro podcast. I'm Cameron Hearn, here with your co-host, Caden Hearn.
You might have said that early.
We are
Episode number 29.
currently at 213 subscribers.
Dude, you know what might be cool?
What?
Is if for whatever reason we finally get one that does really good, and then like you go back like 3 episodes before and it goes 200 subscribers,
And then
but
we
we
say,
have
like,
like
500.
5,000 or something.
5,000. Whoa.
Yeah,
That'd be sick.
crazy.
We need a video to get like a milli.
We need a short to go crazy.
Short to go crazy.
That's what we need. You just repeated it. I said we need a short to go crazy. You're like, yeah, short to go crazy.
Oh, my bad. I'm just thinking.
Cameron does this thing. Have you guys ever heard of people that just like repeat whatever they say that they think is funny?
I mean,
Because Cameron will literally just say something, and then he'll think it's funny, so he'll just say it again, like quietly. Yeah.
I'll be like, yeah, he's fat. He's fat.
Or if you're talking to Cameron, he'll just like start mouthing what you're saying. Like if you're like, "Hey Cam, what's going on, dude?" He'll be like he'll just like mouth.
I don't even know I'm doing it. It's like my brain is really
retarded.
trying to focus.
Yeah. I don't know. I think maybe a lot of people do that. But let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna go ahead. Let's go into the NFL. Crazy weekend. Some really good games.
Super good games. Cowboys do what the Cowboys do. Up 28-14 in the fourth quarter. Blow it. Dak throws 2 picks.
Dak is the best looking average quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah.
He convinces you he's top 10.
But he's
not average.
He's not top 10 at all.
He's not worth $110 million.
If you want to be a top 10 quarterback, then you got to win games like that. He doesn't have the clutch gene, dude. Like there were so many opportunities for them to put the game away, and he just didn't do it.
Yeah.
So I think, and I know this is a hot take, but I think they should consider starting Cooper Rush over him for the rest of the year. Because Cooper Rush went 4-1 as a starter. Dak's 2-2.
Right.
And it seems like Cooper Rush just commanded that offense better, and the defense played better under Cooper Rush too. Since Dak's come back, they've given up like 20-plus points every single game that Dak started. So I say start.
Well, because Cooper Rush,
consider starting Cooper Rush for the rest of the year.
Didn't throw picks.
Yeah, and what has Dak done? He hasn't won. He's won one playoff game, or he hasn't won one. I think he might have won one in 2016, but I think you should consider starting Cooper Rush. I think Dak's super overrated.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean,
suck it, Dak.
Dak. He just like
you can end the clip on that. End the clip on me saying "suck it, Dak."
Yeah, I guess.
I don't like average and mediocrity. These guys got to start performing. If he he wanted what? What is he getting paid?
$110 million. Oh, this year he was the top 10.
That's ridiculous.
Highest paid athlete last year.
Ridiculous. Get out of here with that.
Top 10 highest paid athlete
Cooper
in the world.
Rush is a better record as a starter. Get out of here.
Well, yeah, I mean he's played 4 games, but yeah.
Cooper played 5. Dak's played 4, and
this
he
year
has more losses. Right.
Dak won. What did he win last year? 11 games.
Do you think Cooper Rush beats Green Bay if he's on that team?
I don't know. I really don't know. It's hard to tell. That one dude for freaking Green Bay went crazy. He had like 4 receptions for 3 touchdowns, 110 yards.
Oh yeah, Christian
Watson.
Watson, yeah. He's the guy that missed that catch the first week of the year against the Vikings. Remember that clip that went viral?
Yeah.
And he's just like he dropped 2 passes at the beginning of the game, and then he just like started. He
caught 4.
Caught 4, but they were huge plays.
Yeah, huge plays.
Yeah.
Who is the most entertaining player in the NFL?
In the NFL? Oh, no doubt Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes is the most entertaining player. He's the most talented player. Every throw's different. He's so good, like escaping pressure in the pocket. He can run, he can throw, he can do everything at such an elite level. You never know what you're gonna see when you watch Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah,
He's the GOAT.
My favorite clip has got to be when he's like parallel to the ground.
Yes, how do you do that? And the guy dropped it. Yeah. Was it Tyreek Hill? Didn't it bounce off his chest?
I don't remember, but if I'm the receiver, I don't expect him to make that throw either.
Yeah, but still, catch the ball.
Yeah, just catch the ball.
But yeah, for me, it's Patrick Mahomes. What about you?
It's probably to me the most entertaining player is probably Patrick Mahomes because he's just insane.
Dude, come on.
But
I know
I
you,
really, really like to watch Derrick Henry.
bro. No Tyreek Hill?
Right now, the most entertaining team to watch is the Dolphins.
Oh, yeah. No, the Chiefs is right there, but yeah.
The Dolphins are the most entertaining team.
Dolphins are fine.
In his last 3 games, Tua has 3 touchdowns, no interceptions.
He only has 3
Tua
touchdowns?
is each game 3 touchdowns. He has 9.
He's playing out of his freaking
So
mind,
Tua
dude.
Tua is the MVP of the NFL this year.
No. Patrick Mahomes is.
Hold on.
You're crazy.
Tua not only is the MVP of this year, he looks better this year than Justin Herbert and Joe Burrow from the same class.
He's looking better than Josh Allen this year, too.
The Dolphins in the last 15 games that Tua has played the length of the game, they're 14-1. In the games that he just starts alone, they're 13-2 because of the one that he hit his head. He is number 1 in QBR. He's number 1 in touchdown to interception ratio. His defense has not put him in bad positions ever. He's thrown 3, and all 3 they were in a good position.
And guys, Tua is playing better than Josh Allen this year. Josh Allen has thrown a ton of picks in the red zone. Single-handedly lost them the Vikings game, if we're being real, through 2 picks in the red zone.
You want to know something else?
Tua is playing better than Josh Allen and is ahead of him in the MVP race. And the thing is before the season, everybody wants to put Josh Allen on this pedestal that he's better than Patrick Mahomes, whatever. And you create these narratives that he's already the MVP before we just watch the games. So now it's Josh Allen's MVP to lose, which he's doing currently, because Patrick Mahomes and Tua are ahead of him in the MVP race.
Well, so Josh Allen, if you look at since the beginning of last year, game 1, week 1 of last year, Josh Allen has thrown the most interceptions in the NFL from that point to now.
Matthew Stafford?
More than everyone. He leads the NFL in interceptions
crap.
from week 1 of last year to right now.
Dude, I think he's thrown 10 picks this year already. I think he's like 20
and
touchdowns, 10 picks.
they're bad. They're at bad times.
Yeah, they're in the red zone. Most of them are in the red zone.
Because his greatest strength is his greatest weakness, and that is he thinks he can make any throw in the world at any given moment, and a lot of times he does. And that's why he's so fun to watch. That's why he's so good, because a lot of times he does, but a lot of times he forces the ball into tight coverage in bad situations to try to win the game. That pick against the Vikings to lose the game was bad. Yeah. It was nowhere close to the receiver. He was nowhere close to
it. It was second down.
And he had plenty of time.
It was second down.
He had plenty of time to just
and
throw it out of bounds, do whatever,
wait.
Yeah, get a field goal.
Don't force anything. And another thing is, you know who also does that, thinks they can make every throw in the world? Patrick Mahomes. But you know what? He does it better. He does it better. He doesn't throw picks, and he throws a lot of touchdowns.
Yeah.
So they're the same player, just one's better. I mean, it's that simple.
And Josh Allen can run.
Josh Allen can run, and he's a big boy. He'll truck you.
Yeah. I'm not saying that Josh Allen's bad.
No, we're not.
Of
but
course.
I'm just tired of these narratives.
Of course he's top 5. But Patrick Mahomes is so much better than number 2. It's not even close.
Yes.
He is so much better than number 2. He is the biggest talent we have ever seen.
He's had the best 6-year start ever. Ever. He threw 50 touchdowns in his first year as a starter.
I can hear Josh typing.
Oh, yeah. He's going crazy. Because Josh wants to be devil's advocate to greatness.
Yeah.
That's why. He just can't accept it that Patrick Mahomes is the greatest.
Well, because everyone sees our clips. Everyone wants to be
and
keyboard.
Bryce Young's the greatest too.
Everybody wants to be keyboard warriors. They want to sit there and go, "You're trash. You're trash, kid." And then they don't. They're not on this type of, you guys don't understand how difficult, or not even how difficult, how funny it is to sit up here behind a microphone, record yourself talk for an hour, and then just hope that nothing you said was off. Like you're going to say something off in an hour of talking.
Well, that's why freaking Joe Rogan has Jamie to fact check. But another thing is shoot, I forgot what I was going to say.
It's cool.
Wait, no, it was
it's
important.
Cool. It probably wasn't. All right, you're good. Will Baker Mayfield ever start again?
No. He got his shot. Baker Mayfield shouldn't start again. He sucks.
Baker Mayfield.
And he's small.
He's a backup.
Yes. He can be one of the best backups. He can be.
No.
Would you want Cooper Rush or Baker right now?
Cooper Rush.
Yeah, same.
I
want Cooper Rush over Dak for the Cowboys. I'm tired of hearing about Dak.
I can't go back to this. Baker Mayfield. I like Baker, bro. I woke up feeling dangerous. I had a little bit of bias towards Baker. I liked his attitude sometimes. I liked his commercials. Those progressive commercials were really good. But
He got his
He's a
money with
backup.
those commercials, I guess.
he's a backup.
Yeah, he's not good, and he's gotten plenty of opportunities.
He's a bust.
I know he won that playoff game. Yeah, he is a bust.
It's a big thing to win a playoff game for the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah,
And that,
you can hang your hat on that.
but it's just sad that that's going to be his biggest accomplishment.
Yeah, I mean that's a pretty good accomplishment. They didn't do it in like 25 years.
Yeah.
So
Oh, think about this. Because he plays for the Panthers. This Eagles team reminds me so much of the 2015 Panthers team.
yeah,
One
and they went
loss,
15-1.
running QB.
Wait, Eagles lost?
No, the Panthers had one loss.
Oh, okay.
Running QB, go to the Super Bowl, come up just short. So
Not just a running QB, but that was Cam Newton's obviously his best passing year.
yeah,
He was a
yeah.
pretty
He was the
decent
MVP.
He was a pretty decent passer like Jalen Hurts is right now. But they were the same type of runners. Big dudes that could run over you. Like
Mm-mm.
power runners.
I think Jalen does not.
Cam
Newton took a ton of
doesn't
hits.
just slide.
Jalen, yeah, he did a lot more than
I
Cam.
know, but I'm saying he still takes hits like Josh Allen. They don't just slide every time. They do design runs. Of like,
yeah, they do
you know what I
QB
mean?
runs, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm
they're
saying.
They're like the same
So
type of
that,
runner.
was that a good comparison? Did you think of that?
Yeah. No, I didn't think of that, but that was a good comparison.
Yeah, so.
And they just like they kind of take the NFL by storm, and then they got figured out after the next year.
Yeah, then
But,
that was pretty much it for him.
But yeah, I could see that.
You good there?
Yeah. You can go to the NBA.
No, we got who wins the NFC
Oh.
East? That's a great division. So you got the
Eagles.
Bills.
Oh, the NFC. That's the AFC.
Oh, my bad. AFC East. The Bills, Dolphins. Dolphins are in the lead right now.
Yeah.
Patriots.
7-3 and Bills are 6-3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bills, Dolphins, Patriots,
Jets.
Jets.
So definitely the Jets and Patriots aren't going to win. It's going to be between the Dolphins and Bills. I probably have the Bills.
How
Coming
many
out with the
teams from that division make the playoffs?
I'm going to just go with 2. I don't think
The Bills and Dolphins?
Yeah, I don't think the Jets are gonna keep winning like they are.
I think the Patriots make the playoffs.
I think no, I don't think they.
I think they figure it out.
I think the Patriots end up with 9 wins, and I think the Jets end up with 9 or 10 wins.
Did they win this week? The Patriots?
I know they're 5. I think they're 5-4.
Then no. Or maybe they did.
Yeah, I think they did. I think they were 3-4, and they won 2 straight.
I keep hitting NFL on ESPN app, and it just freaking shows me the NBA. They want you to see the NBA.
I know.
They force you to see the
I know.
NBA.
Every
You can't like another sport.
Every social media, everying is NBA.
That's what's crazy,
the only
bro.
reason that
If you
people
follow
know
like
about
Bleacher Report or whatever,
it's NBA.
yeah, like the Astros won the World Series, and then they were like, "Here's this preseason play from like, dude." They like don't
Yeah.
care.
You know what? But it's funny because the NBA and the MLB make the same amount of money a year, and the MLB actually gets more viewers in the World Series than the finals does.
Yeah, but maybe that's why they show the NBA. It's to
They
boost the
show
numbers
it
a little
because
bit.
it's freaking a political. It's such a political sport, and they want to push their narrative. So then they push the NBA, which complies with everything the media wants. That's just the truth. I'm not afraid to say it.
I don't even see the.
Hey, did you just hear what I said?
Yeah, I heard you. I just
Yeah,
don't have
is
anything
it
to
not
say.
true?
I don't know.
It's the truth. It's the truth.
I think the Patriots are off this week.
You're completely ignoring what I'm saying. That
No,
is true.
That's probably true.
No,
But
it is.
but I think
What is the most political sport?
I think this is why the NBA is popular, because everyone cares about just them. Everyone is very egocentrical, and
Yeah.
the NBA is the most personal sport. It's the most LeBron,
Yeah,
one guy.
It's a player. It's a star-driven league.
Yeah, that's why I
But the
think.
thing that turns people off on the NBA is the players a lot. That's why Giannis was such a breath of fresh air for the NBA. It's a nice, like, humble guy
that
that
stays
doesn't
where
put
he was
himself on a
drafted.
pedestal. And it seems like every NBA player, not everyone, but the majority of NBA players think they're like gods, and it's a big turnoff to a lot of people. And people don't watch their games, dude. Like everybody talks about how the MLB is dying, but the World Series gets more views than the finals.
It's just dying with this generation.
Yeah, it's dying with this generation. But I'm saying that the NBA, nobody actually watches the games. People just follow them on like social media.
Right.
Like you're saying, it's like so. But what makes more money?
All right. We still have to finish the NFL. So NFL start bench cut. We got Tom Brady, all in their prime. All in their prime. Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, Peyton Manning.
Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, Peyton
In their
Manning.
prime. So you get them for 1 year.
I'm starting Patrick Mahomes, benching Tom Brady, cutting Peyton Manning. I think that Patrick Mahomes is the greatest quarterback we've ever seen. And I think and I think a lot of it proved it with losing Tyreek Hill, and he's performed the way he's performed. He doesn't need that guy. He elevates receivers to be better. And I'm starting Patrick Mahomes, benching Tom Brady. Sorry.
I'm going to have to start. If I'm getting him for 1 year, I'm just going to have to start Tom Brady and bench Patrick Mahomes.
Cut Manning.
Cut Peyton Manning. Which I don't even know. If you look at 1 year stats, maybe Peyton Manning has like a crazy year. That's
Peyton
better.
Manning has the greatest year ever. He threw 56 touchdowns or 55 touchdowns for the Broncos in 2015.
Really?
Yeah. Or not 2015, it was 2013, I believe. His stats are going to be better in the regular season than Brady's is.
That'd be great. What if you started him and cut and cut Tom Brady?
Brady just had the postseason, obviously.
He had 5,500 yards, 55 touchdowns,
How many picks?
10.
Yeah, that's the stupidest year I've ever heard of.
Yeah.
That's a 5.5 TD to interception ratio.
1 year he threw 49-10, 31-9.
No, his regular season's going to be better than Brady's.
Yeah. And he threw that with a 68% completion percentage. That's really good.
So who you starting?
I'm going to leave it for now. I'll have to think about it. I don't know. That's crazy, though. I didn't know Peyton Manning was built like that. I forgot about that year. All right.
Let's go to the
one more NFL. Kirk Cousins at 12 p.m. is a monster.
He's really not.
Kirk Cousins at 12 p.m.
Justin Jefferson is a monster.
That was a great catch.
No. It wasn't just a great catch. He saved them. Every single time it was a third down or fourth down, Justin Jefferson somehow comes up with it. He is the second, I saw this on ESPN, he is the second player ever, or receiver ever, to average 90 yards for their career so far. You know who the other receiver was? Julio Jones. They're the only two receivers that average 90 yards for their career in a game. It's a crazy stat.
Yeah.
Justin Jefferson is carrying the Vikings offense. Kirk Cousins just doesn't throws it up to him, and then Justin Jefferson somehow comes up with it every time. He is the best receiver in the NFL right now. Like him and Tyreek Hill, it's tough, but I'm almost leaning towards Jefferson, dude. Just of how much he carries their offense, it's insane. Plus, Tyreek Hill's got Tua flinging him the ball, and Justin Jefferson's got Kirk Cousins,
who at 12 p.m. is a top 5 player in the NFL.
Dude, he threw 2 picks and was like,
he doesn't lose at 12 p.m. He doesn't lose.
Percentage.
Bet the house on Kirk Cousins at 12 p.m.
Dude, all right.
He does
That
not
was
lose.
a good win at the Bills. That was a crazy good win.
All right. We said this already in the NFL. Who is the most entertaining player in the NBA?
I would go John Morant. John Morant has hops like Derrick Rose, can shoot, has an attitude, talks trash.
He can't shoot.
Yes, he can shoot. He's got a lot better
He's an
shooting.
average shooter.
And every single time you watch John Morant, you know you're going to see an electrifying dunk, and you might see a poster. That's just what he does every game, and he talks trash. So, yeah, he's very entertaining. And the Memphis Grizzlies just have that attitude about him, like they're thugging, bro. That's what I like about the Grizzlies.
So that's your most entertaining player?
Yeah.
For sure.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Who's yours?
I might get some heat. I don't know. But the most entertaining player in the NBA
You say Jimmy Butler.
is Kyrie Irving.
Oh,
He makes the impossible possible.
Yeah.
His shots and layups are insane. They're unreal. The finesse he has. No one can mimic. It's Kyrie.
Kyrie is definitely super fun to watch with his handle and like all the crazy shots and just breaking ankles and all that. I want to talk about the UFC
I thought I would get heat just because of all the stuff
fight night real
that's
quick.
going on. We just got into the NBA.
I know. I really
Well,
want to
wait. Because I have to chop this up. So, like, We're gonna talk about the UFC.
All
Okay,
right.
relax. Are these LeBron James's Wizards years?
They almost seem like they're worse because it's not that he's playing. Obviously, he's playing better than Michael Jordan did, but his team is one of the worst teams in the league. They're 3-10. I think Michael Jordan's Wizards years they were like 35 wins. The Lakers hope to get 35 wins this year. They're terrible. So
you think this is worse than LeBron's Wizards years?
the
Or
team is
this
worse than
yeah,
the
the team
Wizards.
is worse, which is crazy. Like the talent they have. Like that dude they drafted, what's his name?
They don't play defense
good.
and they can't shoot. That's what wins you games in the NBA. I'm trying to get that through to you, dude. Like,
You know why they lost?
it doesn't matter.
They need LeBron to play, first of all.
Yeah. But
And
they
second of
also
all,
need
All I'm saying is, what's his name, bro?
Lonnie
Walker.
Walker.
That dude can ball. He's the third best player on the team.
Yeah.
Great pickup.
Just trade. If I was the Lakers,
25 points in the win against Brooklyn.
Anthony Davis is averaging 24 and 12 right now. You're gonna get a lot of things for Anthony Davis. I feel like if you were to trade him, I would trade Anthony Davis and Russ and get a bunch of shooters. I would try to trade Russ for Kyrie if you could.
Or Dame.
No, they're like 9-4 right now. They're not gonna. They're number one in the West. The Trailblazers.
Really?
Yeah, I know it's crazy. They're not gonna trade Dame right now, and he's already signed a huge extension.
The East is officially better.
That's not gonna happen.
The East is better.
The East is better for sure. The East is better.
It's official.
But it's beneficial.
Well,
me,
I
at
mean, the
least.
West keeps winning the finals, so.
That's true.
But the East is
But
better.
the shoot, what was I saying?
Nobody knows. Star bench cut.
No, stop. I was saying something. Oh yeah, I would trade Russ for Kyrie if you could, and then trade Anthony Davis for maybe like a borderline all-star caliber player, and then a couple shooters or something, maybe some draft picks too. But I would trade both of them, get Kyrie, get shooters, and that's the formula for any LeBron team.
Right. Good point, bro. Star bench cut. It's the last thing I have for the NBA. You ready for it?
Yeah.
Start bench cut. Steph Curry, Kobe Bryant, Magic Johnson.
I'm gonna start Kobe, bench, Magic, and cut Steph. I think Magic and I think Kobe, he's a wing guy. I think those are always the best players in the NBA. I just take a wing guy over a point guard any day. Like the best wings are better than the best point guards for sure. So I'm taking Kobe over Magic, and I think Magic's because of his size I would take building around Magic over building around Steph.
So, I'm with you on the wing guy, so I'm going to start Kobe. I'm with you on that. Wing guy is traditionally the best player in the NBA. Probably always will be.
Yeah.
Somebody that can play the wing.
Somebody that's big, strong,
Got some size.
and can shoot.
Can do a little bit of everything. Can guard at least 3 or 4 positions. So yeah, I'm gonna start Kobe. But I want a shooter, so I'm gonna bench Steph, cut Magic.
Because all right,
As
what
hard-
era
like,
are
as
we
hard as it
playing
is.
in? Are we playing in this era? Then I want
It's a
Steph.
toss up.
If
You're
I'm
flipping a coin. It's any era.
then Magic. People forget. I mean, 5 titles, 3 Finals MVPs. Won a Finals.
Yeah,
in
he
his
wasn't even the
rookie
best
year.
player on his team for 3 of those.
I'm saying he won 3 Finals MVPs.
How many was Kareem on?
Maybe all of them.
That's a
But
really
Kareem
good
was also
player. to
Really
have.
old.
That's a really good player.
Kareem
to-
was old on a few of them though. Like Magic was obviously the best player.
Hmm.
Now the first couple, Kareem was definitely the best player, but
All right, we can go ahead and move over to the UFC.
yeah. So I watched the UFC fights. Dustin Poirier chokes out, what's his face? Michael Chandler. Yeah, he chokes out Michael Chandler. That was a super entertaining fight, which I knew that it was because both of those dudes put themselves out there and just throw haymakers. And Dustin, like Chandler, the first round was fighting him, beating the crap out of him, but Dustin just ate it, weathered the storm, and then Chandler does what like old Gaethje did, and just does too much, and then tires himself out, and then Dustin choked him. But I just want to say this about the main event fight. Israel Adesanya is the most overrated champion in UFC history. 9 of his 13 UFC fights have been by decision. 6 of his 8 title fights have been by decision. He's not knocking people out. He's not entertaining. And he wins all these fights because he's very technical. He's good. But he doesn't knock anybody out. And that's what the people want to see. And he just doesn't do that. He doesn't put on shows.
I think that's more as of recent. Because
6 of his 8 title fights have been by decision, though.
But he's been incredibly entertaining.
Yeah,
incredibly
like
entertaining.
the off the octagon stuff.
No, in
like
the
his
fights.
attitude.
Yeah, his attitude.
But he's not knocking people out.
No. I'm not saying he's dominant, but I'm saying it's still entertaining. Like his fight with Anderson Silva is probably one of my favorite fights ever.
No, I'm just saying. I think he's overrated, though.
The passing
He's
of the
not
torch.
a Usman. He's not the number 2 pound for pound fighter in the world. I don't think.
Well, obviously not. He just got
I know.
smacked.
But I think if Usman fought him at 180, then Usman would smack him. And if you're
Smack him.
afraid of a smack
Usman
off
would.
Usman.
It's feeling like a double barrel shotgun.
Yeah. So this is what I was talking to Josh about.
Yeah.
What if you had in the summer, this was your card. This is your UFC card. What if it was Conor, Khabib, John Jones, Ngannou, Dustin, and Colby Covington as like the 3 main?
Why would
fights?
Conor fight Habib?
I'm just saying if that happened, how many buys do you think it would do?
It would change the UFC forever.
I
Every
think it'd be like
person,
4 or 5
every
million
man, woman
buys.
in America would buy this thing.
Yeah.
Mammal Traxler would be buying this fight.
Dude, I got to see John Jones and Conor on the same card. Like, that's an automatic 3 million buys.
Yeah, that's probably what they want to do too. They're probably telling John Jones to wait for
Conor
titanium
and the
shin
Sunday.
bone.
My foot was a balloon. Titanium shin bone.
Titanium shin bone. All right, you ready for college football?
Yeah.
All right, college football. So we're in college. Start, bench, cut. We got Tua, Bryce, Jalen Hurts.
I'm starting Bryce, benching Tua, cutting Jalen. That's the
Okay.
easiest thing. No, hold on. I'm going to look at the camera and say it. I'm starting Bryce, benching Tua, cutting Jalen. Bryce is the best quarterback to ever go through Alabama in their history. Jalen at Alabama wasn't that good. He got a lot better, but Tua was definitely better than Jalen when he was at Alabama. So I'll bench Tua, cut Jalen.
All right, I'm going to start Bryce.
Yeah, good.
I'm starting Bryce. He is incredible. He's the best QB to ever come through Alabama. I'm sorry we failed you. Please stay.
Yeah, we really did fail him.
But I'm going to have to bench Jalen Hurts and cut Tua. And one, I think Tua had a lot of injuries in college. He missed a lot of games.
Ow.
2, Jalen Hurts, his freshman year, had 3.7 thousand total yards, 35 total touchdowns, never threw any picks, then goes to Oklahoma, finishes second in the Heisman. Because you forget about Oklahoma. Don't just think about him on
I thought
Alabama.
we were talking about them in Alabama.
It's just college.
I'm
College.
still cutting Jalen probably.
I'm benching Jalen Hurts. I mean, I just
Are
am.
you insane about talking about the freshman year of Jalen? He single-handedly lost us the Clemson game. Go back and watch that game.
I'm not saying it's not
He
his fault we lost.
He regressed throughout the season.
Tua
the
single-handedly
greatest-
was going to lose that SEC championship game if Jalen didn't come in and win the game for us.
20, and Tua won us the championship.
Right, I'm
Tua
saying
won
it
us
goes
the-
both ways.
No, but we would have been in the playoff either way. We were number 1 and undefeated. We would have been in the
I'm
playoff
just
either
saying
way.
that Tua was going to lose that game.
He was hurt. He
Right.
got out
That's
because
why I cut him.
Jalen wasn't
Because he's
hurt.
always hurt.
Dude, stop.
Titanium shin bone.
No, stop.
That's Tua.
Jalen, the 2016 Bama team might be the greatest Alabama team ever. That defense was insane, and we had Ridley and Stewart as our receivers, and we
Stewart.
had Bo Scarborough as our
We're talking
running
about
back.
Stewart
and
like
Damian
he's-
Harris. Stewart was fine. Don't sleep on Stewart.
Stewart was straight.
He was really good college receiver, like a fantastic, and Ridley was Calvin Ridley. Jalen single-handedly
He got traded
lost
to
us
the
that
Jags.
Clemson game, and what like he was so bad at the end of the season, like he would not throw the ball. He won it, and he would take so many sacks. And Saban, you got to see Saban's reactions.
Look at him in
Like,
Oklahoma.
Yeah, he got better, and I don't think Alabama coached him well. I think Jalen could have been better. I think that
Riley
they
knows how to
didn't-
coach some QBs.
Yeah, I know. Like that was very good for Jalen Hurts to transfer over there, but
And everyone was like, why is he starting over Spencer Rattler? And
Yeah.
Spencer Rattler turned out to be the biggest college bust of all time.
yeah, one of them.
Spencer
just
Rattler,
got
Spencer Rattler is the biggest college
He
bust.
just got spanked by Florida
Insanely high recruit. They make a whole documentary surrounding him.
to make him the most unlikable human. To
Yeah,
ever walk
he
the
turns
earth.
out to be have the biggest head of any high school college quarterback of all time.
Dude, you only got 4 over.
Goes to Oklahoma. Jalen Hurts is there. Mad that he's bench under him. So the
He
coach
was
makes him
mad that
the
he
third
benched-
string.
He was mad that he was benched.
Yes.
Jalen.
Mad that he's not starting with Jalen Hurts there, who finishes second in the Heisman that
Who's
year
a-
and takes him to the playoffs and wins
He's
the
a
Big
senior.
12. He's a senior. He takes him to the playoffs. They win the Big 12, and he's second in the Heisman. So then he transfers to South Carolina, where he's the most mid SEC QB of all time. Mid.
Well, he played 1 year for Oklahoma, but he sucked.
Yeah,
That's when
he's-
they put him Caleb Bullock.
That was his second year, I think.
Yeah, right. The year after Jalen, they benched Rattler for Caleb Williams, who was better than Rattler for sure. Caleb Williams will get drafted.
No, I'm saying I think he started a full season.
No, he didn't. He started like 5 or 6 games and then got benched. He never started a full season for Oklahoma.
He was the favorite to win the Heisman.
Yeah.
That's how big, the biggest college bust of all time. Biggest college bust of all time. You suck balls.
Suck it, Rattler.
Suck it, rather. Yeah. All right, who wins the Big Ten? Because Michigan looked dominant.
Dude, it's freaking Nebraska. I don't want
I
to
don't
hear
even
about
know.
that. This is what I'm afraid of, man. This is what I'm truly afraid of. I think that Ohio State is better than Michigan. I do agree with what Joel Klatt said when he said
Joel Klatt.
Joel
Klatt.
Klatt. I think that when he said Ohio State's ceiling is better than Michigan's, but Michigan's floor is better, I agree with that because you know what you're going to get from Michigan. But they don't stretch themselves out. They're not testing what's their quarterback's name?
McCarthy.
Yeah, J.J. McCarthy. They're not testing him out. They're making him throw like 15 times a game. That's not going to work against Ohio State. You're going to have to be
It
in
might.
must-pass situations, and I don't know if they're going to come through with that. So I think that Ohio State will win. They're at home. But I fear that when if Ohio State or Michigan played Georgia in the playoff, because of the competition they played, I just feel like they could get smacked by Georgia because Georgia's going to physically dominate them. And I think Ohio State, because of their higher ceiling, could do better than Michigan could. But I just feel like because of how weak the Big Ten is, top to bottom, that I fear when they do play Georgia, Michigan, or Ohio State, that it's going to be the same as last year.
So I'm going to go ahead and call it now. Bama's the number 4 seed of this college football playoff. They're going to be the number 4 seed. So here's what's going to happen, guys. USC will lose to UCLA. I'm about to do that whole thing. USC loses to UCLA. So both teams are out. Oregon's already out because they just lost. Michigan loses to both Illinois and Ohio State. So they lose next week to Illinois.
That's not gonna happen.
They might. No, Illinois is a 2-loss team.
They suck. They're
They're first in the East.
They suck. Yeah, the East is the worst division in football.
Whoa. That's over-exaggeration.
No, they're terrible.
They could.
terrible.
You never know. Illinois, Ohio State, they lose both. So Ohio State's undefeated Big Ten champ. TCU loses to Baylor and loses in the championship game. So they have 2 losses and they're non-champ. LSU loses to Georgia to get their 3rd loss.
And the Pac-12's done now too.
The Pac-12's out, and the top 4. The top 4 is Georgia, Tennessee,
Ohio State, Bama.
Ohio State, Alabama.
That'd be awesome. Then we play Georgia. What if we got
The only
smacked?
way that doesn't happen is if they put Clemson in over us, which
Well,
probably
they
won't
won't
happen
do that.
because they already put them
They
below us.
won't do that.
Which, by the way, what were the new rankings? Did you look at them yet? The AP?
The AP, I haven't looked at the AP, but the college one comes out Tuesday. The CFP.
Georgia's 1. Ohio State 2, Michigan 3, TCU 4, Tennessee 5, LSU 6, USC 7, Alabama 8, Clemson 9, Utah 10. So basically, USC loses, so they're at number 7. They drop
Yeah.
below Bama. LSU loses in the SEC championship game. TCU loses twice. Michigan loses twice. Then you got Georgia, Ohio State,
But do you think
Tennessee.
they put in Michigan with one loss over
2 losses.
I know I'm saying, but what if Michigan loses once? Do you think Bama
They're
jumps
in. In that situation.
I don't know, dude. The committee loves the SEC.
I know,
think that's
but
a conversation. I think they think, listen, do we think Michigan can even compete with Georgia?
the real
They
thing that
think
would have made it,
Alabama would.
I would agree that we're in with 2 losses, is if we had beaten LSU and then lost in the championship game. In like a
Yeah.
close game.
Yeah. And then we rematched them, I guess. We have to rematch.
If Bama finds a way to win this national title, people are going to be so angry.
It would be like,
I saw a car on the way home today that said, I'm a fan of 2 teams, Georgia and whoever's playing Alabama. It said that on their back window.
yeah. No, people would lose their mind. Paul Feinbaum would lose his mind. That'd
And
be
everyone
great.
loses their mind.
Yeah, that'd be great.
All right. Moving over into the MCU/other category, last category for the podcast. What is the best Marvel show?
To me, it's Loki. It was the most entertaining from like the first episode to the last. It kept me engaged. I love the scene where he looks at the rest of his life and like something in his mind clicks like, okay, what I'm doing is not working. And like it was a good way for Loki to like change his heart and become not like fully good, but he became like he wanted to do what was best for humanity.
Yeah.
So that's like my favorite scene of any Marvel show is him looking at the rest of his life.
Yeah. That's my favorite too. I was going to say that, but it's all good. All right. Now that Modern Warfare 2 is out, 2022, we're going to go ahead and redo our top 5 CODs since Cameron didn't like his list last time.
Yeah, my list sucked.
So, do you think you can do that off the top of your head?
Yeah. And you can cut it, right? So I have time to think.
No. Or do you want me to do
What
it?
do you mean? Like I'm saying, if there's space between the numbers, you can cut it.
Wait, what?
All right.
Oh, do you want me to go first?
Yeah, you can go first, I guess.
All right.
I'll think of it. Write one down.
I'm trying to think of my number 5. I guess I'll do this.
Are we going from 5 to 1?
Yeah. So, my top 5 Call of Duty of all time. Number 5, Black Ops 1. Really good game overall. Introduced zombies. Well, I guess it didn't introduce zombies, but perfected zombies. Really good campaign. So yeah, I like that one a lot. The multiplayer is good. Not great, but the campaign was really good. And then zombies was obviously really good. Number 4, Modern Warfare 2019. Brought the community back. It was during COVID. Kind of got everyone through that. Introduced Warzone, which I guess I could combine the two. So yeah, with Warzone and everything, if you add Warzone into Modern Warfare 2019, it's the number 4 best COD, maybe even higher. Number 3, Modern Warfare 3. Definitely the best Modern Warfare multiplayer. I don't know if it's the best multiplayer, probably not, but good campaign, not the best overall campaign, but right up there. And a good multiplayer. Number 2, Black Ops 2. The campaign kind of fell off a little bit from BO1, but Zombies was great, and then the multiplayer is the best multiplayer of any Call of Duty. So that's why I have it at number 2. And then the gameplay alone, like just the gameplay was peak. Number 1, Modern Warfare 2. This one, the multiplayer was good, but it's ultimately carried by the campaign. Best campaign probably of any video game ever.
Yeah.
So Modern Warfare 2 is 1. So I'll go ahead.
All right. Hold on one sec. All right. So my top 5 CODs ever. Number 5 is BO3. Number 4 is BO1. Number 3 is MW3. Number 2 is BO2. And number 1 is MW2. My top 5 CODs.
Nice. I like it. All right, and then we're going to end with kind of just my Modern Warfare 2 2022 takeaways. Cameron really hasn't played it, so I'll just kind of get my takeaways from it. Everyone's complaining about, like, the way that you rank up guns and stuff, and I really don't mind the camo grind. I really don't mind the camo grind is fine. It's enjoyable. It's fun. But what I don't necessarily love the attachments, having to go like use this random shotgun to put it on to get a sight that I can put on my AR. Like that's weird. So I don't necessarily enjoy that. I wish attachments were kind of just per gun, and that the camos I really don't mind being like all around. The maps to me are not good. Like they're okay. None of the maps are like, dude, this is a really fun map. This is a great map. There's 2 maps in particular that I just back out of. Obviously that Santa map, everyone hates that one, and border crossing. And then I don't really like the I can't remember what it's called. It starts with a T, but it's like that desert map, and I don't love it. I think I like it more when I'm actually grinding like the marksman rifles or snipers or something. But for now, I don't really like it that much. I think the one thing that I have noticed is that the guns are pretty well balanced. I mean, there's a couple that are pretty bad, but there's no just like guns that are just remarkably better than every other gun, and you're gonna get thrags. So, like they're pretty well balanced. My biggest takeaway overall, or I guess there's 2, is one, I've started to like the movement. I hated it after 2019 because that was like sweat movement, but like this one is a lot more catered to like an older COD, which I do ended up liking. I don't mind it. Like drop shotting has become like more prevalent and stuff, but you couldn't really drop shot in 2019, or you could, but it didn't have the same effect as it does now, I guess. I like that they brought the dolphin dive back. Like the mechanics are better overall, I think. But my biggest takeaway is that it's just kind of an unfinished game. Like there's no barracks, you can't earn banners. There's just like a ton of bugs. Like for whatever reason, if I'm in a party with my friends and I try to look at my gun, like my classes, they have to back out to the main lobby for me to look at my classes. But if you're just looking for another game, it just shows these random 5 classes that aren't like mine. Like there's just weird bugs like that. So I don't necessarily obviously enjoy that. I think it was kind of rushed to meet this deadline, but hopefully as they add stuff, and then I think in 4 days the Warzone 2 comes out, so obviously that's gonna be fun. It looks like the map is pretty cool, just from streamers that I've watched. So that's about all I got from Modern Warfare 2022. But if you agree, you agree. If you don't, it's all good.
I agree.
Thanks, buddy. All right, is that all?
Yeah.
All right, guys, it's been fun. I've enjoyed it. That's episode number 29. If you guys haven't seen 28 or 27, please go ahead and go back and watch those. Episode 27 was our first guest episode. So if you guys
360 with the Riz, boy.
If you guys want to hit that one up, you guys will see our uncles. Our uncles were our first guests, so go check that one out. It was pretty fun. Besides that, we'll see you guys in a couple of days. We're going to try to space them out a little bit more. I know this one's probably going to come out on Tuesday, and then our next one will come out on Thursday, and we'll just go from there. Hopefully we'll have one coming on Saturday as well.
Like, comment, subscribe, don't sleep.
So you guys can check us out on Instagram at GoodPointBro, on TikTok at GoodPoint.bro, and as you know, on YouTube at the Good Point Bro Podcast. So it's been fun. We're going to keep grinding, hopefully keep building a little bit of a community. I know there's a few guys that watch a lot of our videos, and we do appreciate it. It's really cool when you guys comment and, stay engaged and stuff. So check us out on those other platforms. And hopefully you guys will see us in episode number 30 on Thursday. 30.
Steph Curry 30.
Steph Curry 30, baby. All right, y'all stay safe. It's been fun. We'll see you in the next one, all right?
Peace.
Later.